So I've been looking for a light that I could bring with me, something that's not really big and I don't have to pack up and actually set up every time I go somewhere. So I came across this thing. Now, this is the Yongnuo Yn360, and as you can see, it's a light stick or light wand, whatever you want to call it. And after having this for about a day, I can tell you it's a pretty fantastic light. So let's take a closer look at this. So inside the case, you get a box, your light, and a nice carrying case. And I mean nice, this thing has a zipper and also a sling for you to carry it around. Now, this is the front of the light, as you can see, and on the bottom, it takes a Sony NP battery, which they don't supply you with. Now, this is a Sony NP battery. You can get these for about 15-20 bucks on Amazon. They sell two for like 30, so they're pretty cheap. This is the front panel of the LEDs and the lights you see there, and this is the bottom where all the nice buttons are, which we'll go over in a second. Now, on the bottom is a tripod mount, which is awesome, so I mounted this on a tripod so we can get a better look at it. So this is the interface. You have the battery button, and it's supposed to go all the way up to 9. Mine's pretty low. You have your temperature settings, which is 3200 to 5500, and you have your RGB button, which is kind of slick because it glows the color that you're manipulating on the LEDs. So you have your fine and coarse, which is fine, you'll dial it down one by one, and coarse, you dial up the power by 10. Now, getting into the lights, you have two banks. You have the 3200 Kelvin bank and the 5500 Kelvin bank, and you can see them being manipulated and turned on with the dial right here. But getting into the fun stuff, you do have your RGB, your red, your green, your blue LEDs to make this thing spectacular if you so choose to. So we'll hit it with a purple a little bit, move on to the blue, maybe get a little bit of pinkish red in there, maybe back to blue, and you pretty much get the point. Now, where the real magic happens is this little indicator, the Bluetooth. Now, you just have to go into your app store, download the free app, and it gives you a whole dial of all the colors you can dial into this thing. I went nuts on this, as you can see. It does a great job, and check out how responsive that is. Can we get a hallelujah? Now, in the back, you have an orange diffuser, and what that does is warm up the light a little bit, and what's neat about this thing is that it's magnetically attached, so you can snap it on and snap it off, or snap it on back to the back. So one thing I noticed with this light is that it's very harsh. It's actually way too harsh for your subject, and it would just blow them out, and it's honestly unworkable, I would think. So there is a solution, and it just takes a little creativity, and what I did is I modded one of these. This isn't the one, but I'm going to show you how I did it with just wax paper. So this is how I modded this bad boy. I just got a piece of wax paper, folded it up a couple times, cut it where I thought it would fit, taped it on the side, taped it on the other side, then cut off the little end, and boom, had myself a nice diffused LED light. And I'm actually using the modded Yn360 because I bought two of these as my off-camera light. This is my fill, if you will, and it's fantastic. And as you can see, if I even pump it up, it isn't that harsh on my face. And it's because of that wax paper is diffusing it a little bit. Now, this thing isn't cheap. It's about $80, and I'll have a link to it in the description below. But for what it can do and how portable it is and its little features and the fact that I can just shove this in a book bag and have it sticking out or something, I think it's a pretty good buy. So again, I'll have a link to this in the description below, and if you like this video, make sure you throw up a like button, and of course you can subscribe. I'm Ken from the Mono Reporter, and I hope to see you again soon. There you go, blind you before you go. So consider this like a deleted scene, but I have the Yongnuo Yn360 on the floor over there next to the subscribe pillow. I just want to show you how it can give you some cool depth in your videos. I have the app open right here, and boom, a little red, a little hint of blue, a little hint of green. And if you want to make more interesting videos or perhaps an interesting backdrop, this is one of the ways you can utilize this Yn360. All right, I'm done for real now. Put it back to blue. Yeah.